a save! Excellent teamwork. And we are live from the Richfield Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio, and welcome to Sports Channel's coverage of the NBA playoffs. Tonight, the opening game of the opening round. It's the New Jersey Nets up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And a good evening. Welcome to New Jersey Nets basketball. It is the playoffs indeed. Spencer Ross along with Bill Raftery. And who would have thunk after that 2-11 start that the New Jersey Nets would be involved in postseason play. And they're up against a very, very tough basketball team, Bill.
Well, some people thought it was a miracle. We'll see if the miracle continues to be alive. This club in December started playing great defense. Team defense, that is, and they ran the floor and were unselfish. And good things happen because of their work habits.
Well, the Nets have split 4 games this year with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Interesting, both wins at the Meadowlands came with the 2 players who have been the subject of controversy out of the lineup. The first victory against Cleveland, Morris didn't play, Chris Morris, and Derek Coleman didn't play in the second game. That is not to say that the Nets do not need their services. They need them badly, and they need them to step up most definitely in this series.
Well, there's so many things you could analyze into this series, the pick and roll, how they play that, how they control price, but I think the rebounding is important because both clubs like to get up and down and get those easy baskets, and we both know the Nets are a terrific basketball team when they rebound and be explosive in the open floor.
And this is a very aggressive team, particularly against the Nets, as witnessed by the fact you take a look at the free throw shooting. The Cavaliers in 4 games with 84 more free throws. That's an amazing differential.
A lot of it is inside play. You know, Nance and, of course, Daugherty. But I think a lot of it is the activity of Price with the basketball. They run the pick and roll, which I mentioned, and he's able to break it down with dribble penetration and create those situations where you've got to help and then you've got to rotate to play his guy. He's quick without it. They run post screens for him. He's a great little player, folks.
A great little player, and you take a look over the last 3 years with Price, they're 120-59. Without Price, they're 30-55. This is not a disparaging remark toward somebody like Magic Johnson, but the Lakers didn't go as far down without Magic as this team does without Mark Price.
Well, he is a great talent, and I think the one thing about him is that he's got great leadership qualities, too. You notice that little pass to Daugherty. Well, Daugherty's a great passer as well, so they sort of complement one another.
The man who the Nets need to step up most definitely in this series is Derek Coleman. Derek got himself a haircut, but a big-time haircut. There ain't no hair left up there.
Well, DC, he's going to have to get strong inside, not out-jump Nance, but use his maneuverability, and both of us got a kick out of him working on the three-pointer here in pregame. He's got a great stroke, so I think he can step it up and have a run of games, and if he does, the Nets might move on in the series.
Well, speaking of three-pointers, nobody does it any better than number 3 for the New Jersey Nets. Interesting, he wears number 3 because he is the three-point king, Drazen Petrovic.
Well, the bada-bing guy lets everybody know when it is a 3, but this is the particular area that's improved as the seasons progress. His ability to bounce, to get himself free, and also his activity. Spencer, I think when he is mobile, when he uses those post screens, all of a sudden the other guys get themselves free.
And as far as the Nets are concerned inside, you speak about the post, the 2 men inside, Dudley and Bowie, make a perfect 1-2 tandem, but they're up against one of the best in the league at Brad Daugherty.
Well, a lot of good things have to happen. I think you're right. Those 2 centers have to make it tough for Daugherty because he's a terrific low post player. He's got nice old-time pivot moves, and yet when you double him, he does give the ball up. I think this is the dilemma for Bill. When do you double? Who do you double him with? And who do you rotate towards? So all of those things are going to be the decisions that the bench is going to have to make during the course of this series.
Well, we'll find out because the crowd is coming to its feet. They're getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineup. We'll take a break and get back to Richfield, Ohio, right after these messages. The opening round of the NBA playoffs, the Nets' first appearance in the playoffs since 1986 as they get set to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who come into this ball game regular season a record of 57-25. They won 16 of their last 17 here at home, overall 35-6. They are tough indeed. And we're getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups.
And the trainer, Fritz Mashman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's non-starters for the New Jersey Nets. Number 5, Terry Mills. Number 7, Kenny Anderson. Number 12, Tate George. Number 20, Doug Lee. Number 21, Raphael Anderson. Number 22, Chris Dudley. And number 54, Dave Feigl. And now, tonight's starting lineup for the New Jersey Nets. At forward, 6'8" from Auburn, number 34, Chris Morris. At forward, 6'10" from Syracuse, number 44, Derek Coleman. At center, 7'1", number 31, Sam Bowie. At guard, 6'5" from Zagreb, Croatia, number 3, Drazen Petrovic. And at guard, 6'1" from Oklahoma, number 10, Mookie Blaylock.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the center court area. On March the 15th, the Cavaliers defeated the Denver Nuggets 100-91, marking the 800th coaching victory for Cavalier head coach Lenny Wilkens. Presenting Coach Wilkens with the evening game below are Chairman
Gordon Gunn, Cavs and Coliseum President Tom Chestnut, and Executive Vice President and General Manager Wayne Embry. Congratulations, Coach Wilkens, and good luck throughout the coming playoffs.
Gordon Gunn, who is the chairman of the board, was afflicted with an illness which took his sight several years ago. Very courageous man, the man who owns the Cleveland Cavaliers. And right now we'll get the introduction of the Cleveland Cavalier starting lineup.
Greg
Will
Elo!
not be in the starting lineup.
Number 10, John Beto. Number 11, Terrell Brendan. Number 14, Bobby Fields. Number 18, John Hot Rod Williams. Number 32, Henry James. Number 35, Danny Ferry. And now tonight's starting lineup. At forward, 6'6" from UCLA, number 33, Mike Sanders. At forward, number 22, Larry Nance. At center, 7 foot from North Carolina, number 43, Brad Doherty. At guard, 6'3" from Arizona, number 4, Steve Kerr. And at guard, 6 foot from Georgia Tech, number 25, Mark Price. The Cleveland Cavaliers are coached by Lenny Wilkens, with assistant coaches Dick Helm, Brian Withers, and Gary Briggs.
So the officials for tonight's ball game will be Jake O'Donnell, Ed Middleton, and Bernie Fryer as we're set for the opening tip-off. And again, it'll be Mark Price and Steve Kerr in the backcourt. Kind of like the Bobbsey twins back there. And let me tell you,
Some
Mr. Kerr,
there, huh?
Mr. Kerr can really shoot from the outside. Lenny Wilkens, his 19th year as a head coach in the NBA, 815 victories, 5th overall at a boys' high school in Brooklyn, New York. Went to Providence. 6th year in Cleveland, spent 3 years in Seattle, 2 in Portland, and went back to Seattle for 8 more years and won a title in 78-79. And Bill Fitch, who was the head coach of the Cavaliers when they first got underway here in Cleveland, now on the net bench. Playoff-type atmosphere here at the Richfield Coliseum.
And one area of concern for the Nets, don't turn it over leading to easy baskets. Good judgment.
It'll be Sam Bowie and Larry Nance on the jump ball to start it off. And we're ready for the NBA playoffs. And it's controlled by the Cavaliers. Doherty gives it to Price. Price healthy this year and a different basketball team with him. Doherty, this is a big matchup right here. Price is open.
Nets played it straight up, Spencer. No doubling that trip. And the big guy, Brad Doherty.
So Cleveland jumps out front 2-0. Here's Petro trying to move on Stevie Kerr. Good move. Uses that glass beautifully.
The kiss, the size, too. That's that dribble usage done properly.
2-3 inches. Here's Price. And the Nets on the steal. Mookie Blaylock. Nets are running here. 4 against 3. Coleman to Petro.
Nice give up by DC. They are easy baskets in the playoffs. They don't happen frequently, so you must take advantage of those open floor opportunities.
Cavaliers who start Mike Sanders, who only joined this team 22 games ago, and he started every game since.
Bennett, huh?
Yeah.
There's an individual playing in Morris Lake.
Nance.
Mike O'Connor was talking about Nance. He said he was anonymous even at Clemson. Just played well, but nobody really recognized his talents. Same as the NBA. Real tough performer.
Leads the league in blocks for a forward with 3 a game.
Even third in the league, I guess.
Yeah. Doherty got the block. And Sam with a miss, and here come the Cavaliers. Price leads the break. Has Nance and Doherty on the right. Ready. Cavaliers lead it 6-4 here in the early going. Coleman got himself a major league haircut.
A friend, it would have to be.
Sam hits his first 2. They're tied at 6.
See, the problem, well, Sam was the first one. Now he comes down the floor, leaking out his Doherty. If he makes it, there's no leak out. So it's an important aspect because he's coming down second, and Doherty's off to the races.
Here's Kerr, the great shooter. Sanders on the rebound at Doherty. Cavaliers lead at 8-6. That's a good point you make, Bill. Mookie way off the line. Doherty can't cheat now. If Sam's going to hit that shot.
Exactly. If they go to him as well. Nice give and go, huh?
And a pretty return to Nance, but out of bounds it goes. It'll still belong to the Cavaliers.
And Dirk with the active arms extended caused that knock out of bounds. But they are pretty, aren't they? Price gives it goes. They'll give it back. Good passing team.
This is one good basketball team the Nets are up against. A record of 57-25. They won only 33 games last year.
Here's a late double by Draws. He gets the call. And Doherty wants the shooting situation. Those Carolina guys, huh?
Those Croatian guys. He most probably picked it up from Drazen, who thinks he should get the shooting foul every time.
Here's a late double. So Bills run a single, a late double twice. Morris, that time Petro.
Back live. Price hits the bucket. And the Cavaliers have jumped out to a 4-point lead at 10-6. They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots from the floor. Coleman.
Take the jump ball. Good play.
Derek was trying to call a timeout, I believe.
Was he on the floor?
I think so. Yeah, while he was on the floor, which was a very alert play.
That was the first little look at a half-court trap. Nets handled it pretty well, but Derek unable to squeeze and go to the goal.
Sanders against Coleman. Sanders, the 10-year veteran from UCLA. And Mark Price has it for the Cavaliers.
Nice hands.
Mookie on the steal. Mookie, can he find Petro? Beauty!
Kenny. And how about the ability to snag and control, too, by Draws. Full tilt, slow up enough to soften the release.
You know, sometimes you sit and you watch and you say, how could he not see him? And it's so much more difficult out there. But he saw him that time, didn't he?
Now, he did, but that's that pick and roll. Let's keep a view of that. Nets counter quickly. Bowie can't convert, wants the foul. But how about momentum? C. Morris with the finish. The pick and roll that time they switched. Now this time mismatch. Morris down on Doherty.
Count that if it goes, and Morris picks up the foul. Mo's got to calm down.
And with it, a little conversation as well. I thought he did a great job defensively here. He went with the flow, initiated by Doherty, but you just don't get that, particularly against the 5-man in the NBA.
2-point Cleveland lead. Doherty from the free throw line. Doherty is 77% shooter. Against the Nets this year in the 4 games, he averaged 23 points a ball game. Overall, 21.5.
Now they run the pick and roll with Nance, and Williams, too, as well as Doherty. So everybody's got to be alert as how to play that. A little pressure in the back. Fortunately, able to squeeze.
Coleman wants to isolate against Doherty.
Pretty.
And Sam is clobbered trying to go up.
Great work by Mookie. I mean, under the glass, dead, other than a dribble out to the corner. The alert, Mookie Blaylock. And Sam writhing as he got scraped, huh? Hit in the face.
Sanders picks up the foul. And Bowie on the line to shoot two. The Nets down 3, 7:40 left first quarter.
Jim Rowan, call the Coliseum operator. Jim Rowan, the operator, please.
Playoff, everything analyzed and dissected. The play of the centers you mentioned, both Dudley, should be Nets ball.
They call it the other way.
Bowie and Dudley playing Doherty, how they handle the pick and roll. I mean, that's a key aspect of the Cleveland game. A little motion at the end of all plays.
Well, here's Doherty out to pick. Now he rolls.
And Grice fights over.
Oh, they got to stay with Kerr. Nance way off the mark. Coleman.
What a
Can
kick.
he find Mookie? Yes, he does. Beauty.
What a tough pass down Broadway.
We're even at 13. Price back quickly.
You can't matador him, can you?
Yeah. His third field goal, and the Cavaliers by 2.
Back screen, usually Coleman locks low. Pretty. That's what he's going to have to do. Finesse Nance. He's a great shot blocker. He is poised, stays on the floor. Make him work. Simulate as though you're going to shoot.
That's his first field goal attempt, and we're tied at 15. Price for 3. Coleman on the rebound. Nets can take the lead right here. Petro moving on Stevie Kerr. Good fake.
That's a shame. He did everything right.
Yep. Kerr just got that one off to Doherty, who takes a few steps. Nope, they got him for it. Traveling the call. Good call. Good call indeed. Made by Ed Middleton. And we'll get a timeout right here with 6:24 left in the first quarter. And we're all even at 15.
Pretty good ball fake.
Providing emergency cellular phone service at all home games. We invite you to visit their emergency message center. Their special cellular phone.
This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the National Basketball Association and the New Jersey Nets, intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the NBA, the Nets, and Sports Channel is prohibited. We're all even at 15 here in the first quarter.
Tried that little alley-oop spin out by Morris.
Mookie looking for Mo, finds it, knocked away, and it'll still be net ball with just 2 on the 24.
Couldn't get it organized. Mo was looking for the ball to go to the point and then down to him.
Mookie to Mo for 3. And he hit the backboard. Doherty with the rebound. 5:50 left first quarter. We're tied at 15 and 15.
Little curl play. Derek with a good job gets nailed for it. The reach in late cost him.
On the Nets, their second team foul on Coleman, his first personal. And the ball still belongs to Cleveland. Good start thus far for the Nets. They're all even. 50% of their shots.
Now you notice Bowie out there to harass the passer.
Price for 3.
Wow. Now is that stretching the pick and roll? You're out 25 feet trying to defend it. You go backside, he nails the 3.
Yep.
You go over the top lane, he turns the corner. It's a tough, tough deal. Nice play here.
And Sam puts it home.
Really good slip by Sam. And Mookie on the money, and they got to help. Again.
Well, Sam was down the other end. You got to come back and help.
Well, Sam had made the layup. Now he's out of bounds.
Yeah.
Somebody else is the plays guy. Communicate.
Cavaliers by 3, 20-17. Here's Drazen with the open.
It really worked. Kerr lost him on the post screen.
8 points for Petrovich, and the Nets are down 1. Price for 3. Looks good.
Mook went behind twice, 6 points.
Good first quarter for Mark Price. He's got a dozen already. Here's Coleman. Nance on the block and the foul. Craig Hilo will come into the lineup.
Worked him, but gave up early on the ball fake. You can't concede because Nance will get a piece of it.
Here's Hilo in for Stevie Kerr.
25 minutes, correct, Spencer? That's what you're talking about for Hilo with the bad knee. Try and get him that many. Going to have the knee band on for precautionary measures.
Coleman's third point. John Williams in now for Sanders. So this is really the Cavaliers starting lineup when they have Williams, Elo, Doherty, Price, and Nance.
Creates that size difficulty or dilemma.
Coleman 1 for 2 from the line. The Nets deficit is 3 with 4.5 left in the first quarter. And they got to put a stop on Price.
Just a screen away. First for Nance and then for Doherty. Nice job by Derek.
6 on the 24. Doherty against Coleman. Cut the baseline off. 2 on the 24. Then he let him go. Doherty has 11. Price has 12. And Larry Nance has 2.
Would you say they're the A players? Nice.
Boy, nice
touch.
follow.
And Mo, pretty quick baseline explosion, wasn't it?
Once again within 3. Under 4 minutes left first quarter. High scoring first quarter.
Slice
Price's
cut.
pass knocked away.
Hands up, that's what caused it. Not playing him.
Looks good.
Wow.
He's hit 3 straight three-pointers. 15 points in this quarter for Mark Price.
That's turning the ball over in that vulnerable area.
Petro, nice move. Won't go. Doherty rebounds to Price.
Trying to establish Williams high-low.
They established him. Nets need a timeout here. Williams puts it home. The Cavaliers have opened up an 8-point lead with 3:08 to go in this first quarter. Back here in Richfield, Ohio, a 5-0 run by the Cavaliers, and they lead it now by a score of 30-25. So that little burst right there, but the big man has been Mr. Price. (30-22), a 8-point lead for the Cavaliers. Here is Coleman. Count it. If it goes, and one. Williams on the foul.
Now that time he tried to out-jump Williams and got up quicker. And Nance has been the guy that's a little tougher for Derek. And that time not only the strength, but the touch. How's he look with the new hairdo? What do you think?
You can't call it a hairdo. It's a hair don't.
A lackado.
It's going to take a little bit used to.
He and Terry Mills, anything to save a buck.
But Terry said the haircuts were free.
That's right. And here's the switch. And Derek on Doherty, and last time he bounced himself into a hook shot.
Doherty against Coleman. Nice spin move and puts it home.
Tough. He knows he's got the size differential. He also knows how to time his bounce and what type of shot.
In a quarter for Doherty and Price between them, 28 points. So here is Mookie Blaylock. This second field goal.
Well, Derek's got to be the happiest guy on the floor. Now you got 2 guys nailing shots outside. They're not going to double him as frequently.
Coleman caught on the switch against Price. It means Mookie has to go against Williams. Very, very tough indeed. A break for the Nets in the Knicks, but Williams on the follow and one.
I thought it was Mookie before he went up, and they're going to score this goal. Well, there are continuations, and here's the problem. Not only do you get him to miss the shot, but his size helps. Now, there's the foul. Well, it was on the way. He called the second one. Good call. Thought he may have done it for the first one.
Williams trying to complete the three-point play. Bowie on the rebound. Nets are down. 34-26.
Now you got to wonder whether you should switch or now the other thing they can do is double up or jump switch on the pick and roll. And that'll take away that posting of the little guy.
That's our double team. That leaves Morris open for three in the air ball. Williams on the rebound. Here come the Cavaliers on the run.
Nice balance by the Nets. Real good job. That's what they have to do. Sprint back.
Darty against Bowie. Coleman, nice rebound.
6-10.
Drazen.
Nice job by Derek. Cleared. Really nobody to give it to because Newton was behind him. Nice heads-up play.
10 points for Petrovic, and the Nets are down 6 with a minute remaining in this first quarter. A hot shooting quarter for the Cavaliers. With 15 of 20 from the floor. 75%.
The one thing you want to prevent as many touches to Price as you can. But look out here. Rookie underneath. Bowie's got Price, and he can't leave him to help.
Williams has the rebound, puts it home. John Williamson's coming in. Has been a factor.
Right now, old-time basketball. Size difference, take advantage. That's what we're doing.
Against Darty.
Standing still.
Sam is fouled on the play. Darty with the foul. He's not happy with it. Bowie will go to the line to shoot two.
Bill and talking to him, there's a lot of things they're going to do on the defensive end. Here, if they could get Sam into the game, it would cause Darty some foul problems. I mean, that's a guy that is devastating for any club in the NBA. One you double, finds people who's got good individual ability against his own size, and on the switch, obviously, a considerable amount of advantage.
Price leaves now. Steve Kerr comes in the lineup to take his place. All Price did in that first quarter was hit 6 of 7 from the floor for 15 points.
I can't see.
Does that too? 9 points for Bowie. Good quarter for him.
Him too. You know, coaches are savers. You don't want to tip your hand forward and goes around a long time. There's a lot of things that he's going to do to handle the double up and mismatches. So we'll watch them as that progresses.
8 seconds left in the quarter. There's a second differential between the game and the time clock. Here's Nance with 3 on the game clock. Nance takes the final shot of the quarter, and that is it. Quarter comes to an end. That's hanging in there against a hot shooting Cleveland Cavalier basketball team. It could be a lot worse, I'll tell you, the way they're shooting. The Nets are hanging tough, though. Down 6, 36-30. Underway, and we'd love to see you out at the Meadowlands. You can get your tickets now and enjoy the non-stop action of the NBA playoffs. Tickets available for the first home game only. That's next Tuesday at the Meadowlands. Call Ticketmaster at 201-507-8900 or 212-307-7171. Or you can purchase the tickets in person at the arena box office. Get caught up in New Jersey Nets playoff action. Purchase your tickets for the Nets' first playoff home game, and the first playoff home game since 1986. With Bill Raftery, Spencer Ross with you here at the Richfield Coliseum, Richfield, Ohio, midway between Cleveland and Akron, and a great first quarter for the Cavaliers, who shot in that first quarter 69% from the floor. Terry Mills is coming to the lineup to start this quarter for the Nets. It'll be Mills, Bowie, Coleman up front, Blaylock, and Petrovic. For the Cavaliers, Kerr, Elo, Williams, Darty, and Nance. So Price starts the quarter on the bench. What a quarter for Price. 15 points, 3 for 3 from three-point range. Big man for the Nets, Petrovic with 10. Bowie had 9.
A tough matchup for Steve Kerr right here. They can get Petro involved. Here's a little ISO for DC. Nice cut and look.
Bowie on the follow will get a foul. Loose ball against Sam.
Number 31, Sam Bowie. That's his first team first.
Screen down, then across by Kerr.
Good position for Williams.
Oh! T. Mills. Got to move the legs. Nice slip and pass. Huh?
Counted at one. Pretty move by Sam, and Williams picks up the foul.
That's a major league goal, too. I mean, it's one thing to get free and have the head to read things, which Sam is particularly adroit at. But look at this shot in traffic. Two pretty darn good shot blockers coming between paws to kiss it home.
A 7-1 guy moving to the hoop like that. Big Sam at the line. And he's now got a dozen points in the ball game, and the Nets are down 5, 38-33.
And you've read the remarks what a thrill it is for him to be in the playoffs. Thinking how his career had deteriorated with his physical problems and getting this opportunity, trying to make the most of it.
He has done that.
Nice job by Mills, chugging Nance out.
Coleman with the rebound, leads the break for the Nets to Mills.
But Derek gives it up right on time. No extra bounce. He saw Mills with nobody in front. Let him get himself timed and organized.
And the Nets are within 3, 38-35 Cleveland. Opening game Saturday night. We'll be back with you at 8:30. And here is Kerr, leading all-time three-point field goal shooter in the history of the NBA.
You know what they're great at? Back screening the good shooters, Elo, Price, and Kerr, and stepping for the ball. And you cushion defensively to help the cutter.
Here's Bowie. And no foul call.
Got to be something.
Should have been something. Ryan Cohen used to say everybody's got to be someplace, and there's a foul.
And giving Sam Bowie a little blow now is Dudley as they come in, but one of those open court situations where you don't get matched properly, and that's all because everybody thought there would be a free throw at the other end. You got to react, get back, get in position.
Williams, a 75% free throw shooter. Here's Dudley replacing Sam Bowie. Real good effort by Bowie.
Nice little tandem, as you mentioned, in the open. Gives Sam a blow now. And Dud's not a guy just filling the gap. He'll go in, rebound, defend, and has turned his offense into an asset for this club.
One of the leading rebounders and shot blockers in the NBA, Dudley. Here is Petro firing away. Knocked away, and Petro will get it back.
Oh, he wanted that three, didn't he?
He thought about it.
Aha!
Nice spin, Drazen Petrovic. 12
he has
points.
Learned to step through, hasn't he?
41-37, Cleveland by 4. 9:40 left first half.
Rich Delatry's illustration, huh?
Yeah.
To hard work. Everybody recovers.
Everybody picks up the cue. Works with Rich. You got to become back. 3 on the 24. Doherty backing his way in and got it off just in time.
Boy, what a buster that is when you play a good sequence. And he's able to turn the corner. Nice job by Dudley.
43-37, Cleveland by 6. Coleman finds an open Mookie Blaylock. Pretty.
Boy, does that make it work. He'll give it up. DC, you can say a lot of things, you know, that maybe sometimes he's sassy with his coach or the other players, and vice versa. But he wants to win and likes to give the basketball up. And if you double him and you prove, or if the opponent doubles and he knows you can make it, you're going to get the basketball.
5 assists in this first half so far for Derek Coleman. The Cavaliers 43-39, 3:50 left in this first half of play.
And Spence and Net fans, this breaking the action is a great time for you to open or break open, as Elo did.
He broke
very well there.
All along.
But he didn't break over an ice cold Budweiser. Enjoy that clean, crisp pace. Nothing beats a Bud.
You segued beautifully in and out of that.
Well, that's one of the few times they've been able to shake on those post screens and open up.
Mills, nice good step, and count it. But Jake won't give it to him.
They said it was way out in the corner before he picked the ball up.
How the heck did he put that basketball in the hole?
I don't know. I think he knocked about 3 ounces of air out of the ball.
Watch this.
Do you want to see strength, folks? Hold on. Yes. That's jammed in, huh?
Mookie. Rebound, Doherty. He's pulling him down. Doherty now with 7 off the boards in this first half.
They're addressing their defensive balance beautifully.
Sanders all alone. Not even close.
You know, with the 5 assists without the hair, maybe Dirk has seen things better. Oh! Dries.
Petro with 14 now.
Spinning. Doesn't need a lot of shots to light it up, does he?
Nets are within 4 again. Here's Elo. Got the step. Driving on Coleman. And a second opportunity. Elo to Doherty for the open jumper. Nets got to get the ball back. That's 3 opportunities now. Can't let this happen. And finally, Mills with the rebound to Coleman against Stevie Kerr. Count it if it goes, and we'll get the foul. Good move.
Sure was.
By DC. And Kerr did all he could do to draw the charge, and he couldn't do it.
Great jump into position and out of position by Stevie Kerr. But at 6'10", not a ballerina, but awfully close on the basketball. Hardwood, the short one, the kick out. Really got to be careful to say whether it's Mills or Coleman with that head. You know? That's not a good one. Got to squeeze it.
Control of it. Here's Price back quickly now. Tate George in the lineup for Mookie Blaylock.
Good containment too.
Doherty. Rebound, Tate George. It's a maker usually for Doherty in that range.
Dries has got him. He's got the size.
Going against Kerr.
No.
Count it and one.
All right.
Bada bing.
Bada bing early. I thought they were going to go the other way, didn't you? Yeah. Well, he read it. Stuffed Kerr on the box. And now the turn, and NBA, you just don't get that. Look at the concentration, and yes. Bada bing. That's early for him.
It's an early bada bing. Petro, 17 points here in this first half, and the Nets have closed within 1 with 7:05 left in the half. That's in a 5-0 run now. Williams, Doherty.
Great job by them. Good inside passing, but the assistants defensively got them out of checkout position.
Doherty with 17 points now. Price has 15. Here's Drazen.
Wow,
19 points for Petro.
He can rest that elbow on any of the guards on the floor right now and using the post screen as well.
9 for 12 from the floor. And we get a foul before the shot.
I don't think give it to Duds.
Yep, they do.
Guess who?
John Battle will come into the lineup, replacing Stevie Kerr. Battle, the former Rutgers star who came over from Atlanta this year as an unrestricted free agent. He's been a very positive player for this team.
And the dilemma now is Battle's really going in for defensive purposes to play Dries, although he can light it up.
Then the size differential of Battle really gets off the floor. Morris set to come back into the lineup for the Nets. Here's Battle. Count it and one. Didn't take him long.
No.
Now is on number 5, Terry Mills. That's his second team fourth, Chris Morris, number 34.
Coleman will get a rest now.
Good job. Right here, that little hesitation froze the D. And a little scrape by as Derek almost came up with it.
Coleman leaves, Morris in. Battle unable to complete the three-point play. So the Nets are down now by 3, 49-46, 6:20 left in this first half. We're looking at 140 points for each team here.
I was just going to say, got to ride this guy. He's on fire.
Doherty, good rebound, his 8th of the ball game.
Got to help Dries here.
Sanders lost it out of bounds. Not a bad pass out of bounds.
A little low, but you got to block it somehow. But that's where you have your problems. Nets tried to put the fire out on Doherty, and now Dries tries to play Price open floor. He's at a disadvantage.
And Doherty will get a rest now. So the Cavaliers go with Sanders, Williams, Nance, Battle, and Price. And Battle will be all over Drazen Petrovic. Tate George.
And Morris did a nice job putting it out. Now you got to balance.
Sanders. Morris has it for the Nets.
Just settle and get organized. Been running some nice stuff. And Tate does a good job here. Use the post pop out for Dries.
7 on the 24. To Morris with 5 on the 24. And Nance with a rebound. Little staticky in that possession.
How about Dries trying to match up here? He tried to deny the pass.
And Price puts it home. Little matador there. Here's Morris putting it home. That's come right back.
Well, they sure did. Now, Drive's going to have to give ground, but the dilemma now they get him back on Battle is that outside shooting of Price, you know?
He'll go by you. He'll go around you. He'll shoot on you. Here's Nance and a good feed from Battle. 53-48. The Cavaliers by 5. We still have 4:35 left in the half.
So now the Cavs go to the locker room thinking they can run the pick and roll. Nice use of the post again by Draws.
Count it and 1.
Oh, whoa, active. Think a couple of days off helped him. Not that he stopped working out, but the Nets riding him as good clubs do. Right here, the ability to get people up in the air, something that he's gotten better at all during the course of the year. Now the Cavs go in thinking the pick and roll, they can run it anytime they want. Bill has 3 or 4 things that he hasn't done yet in this half, whether it's the jump out, the double up, or the stringing out. Those are 3 of them that he can go to.
Which they haven't done as of yet.
Exactly.
So Williams leave Doherty back in, and Petrovic with 22 first half points. And the Nets hanging tough, down a deuce with 4:29 remaining.
And Bill's spacing looks like, I think Mookie will go for drives, just a guess. Ooh, this is an all-star call, huh? Turn the corner, make believe you got your arms pinned. Nice job by Draws.
Petro leaves 10 of 13 from the floor for Drazen Petrovic.
On fire. Look at the eyes, too. I want more.
I know, tired. Well, this is a given. Price at the free throw line. Second all-time record free throw percentages here. 270 out of 285 free throws.
I think Crimmins taught him how to do it, though. He couldn't do it till Bobby got him.
It's 95%. That's amazing. The 19 points in this half.
And then what Bobby Crimmins can do, make you believe in yourself.
It's Mark of a good coach.
Nice step through.
Dudley on the follow. Read it perfectly.
Great, because Doherty looked to double. And does not give it an inch, huh, as he challenged.
There's Doherty against Dudley. And Terry Mills, nice play to save him. Tate George to Mookie, looking for the tie. And Mills will get called for the foul. My finger did it.
So tempting. You know why that was a great look? To Blaylock. Now Mills goes to the tin for that very reason. Mookie misses the jumper. There's Mills. Unfortunately for Bill and company, you just are so tempted to give that little guy a shove.
According to the scoreboard, that's only the second team foul on the Nets. Oh, check it. That's the 5th. I'm sorry.
Well, because Bowie had one early. Yeah. Remember the push?
That's the 5th. So Doherty at the line. Both teams with 5 now. Mills leaves. Coleman back in. A 4-point lead for the Cavaliers. Doherty with 19, Price with 19. So they have 38 of Cleveland's 57 points. 2/3 of the points from those two.
One of the Nets' favorite plays here. They get George. Eventually is to back screen. Now they're going to post on Battle.
Good rebound by Coleman. And a great block by Nance from behind. Here's Price. Good feed to Battle. It was clobbered. Ooh.
I think Mookie underneath. They can explode. Tate unable to convert at this end. And then the big rebound by Coleman. Look at this. He just stays on the floor to the last possible moment. Nice catchable bounce pass, huh? And Mook underneath just making sure. That's doing a great job, I think, addressing minutes on the floor. Something that has been a problem against the Cavs.
John Battle with 3 points now. 3:13 left in the half. Cleveland by 5. They've led by as many as 8. And that's hanging tough against a team that continues to shoot well. Cavaliers 60% from the floor. They hit nearly 70 in the first quarter. Tate George with the open jet. Rebound Battle. Gets it to Price. knocked out of his hands out of bounds. It's before the shot, but it is a two-shot foul. And we'll get a timeout. 2:55 left in this first half. Cavaliers lead it by 6. Spencer Ross back here in Richfield, Ohio. Opening game of the 1992 NBA playoffs. And the Nets are trailing the Cleveland Cavaliers by 6, 59-53. Very much in this ballgame. Terry Mills, Sam Bowie on the sidelines. Good first half for Bowie. Sam with a dozen points, getting a rest now. And Mark Price at the line to shoot 2.
And how about Price initiating contact frequently when there isn't anything there? You know, it's like a runner in football. If I can get my shoulder turned and get a couple of yards, well, he can get to the foul line. That's what he did on Mookie that time and others earlier.
All he has to do is get to the foul line, and it's just about an automatic deuce. .21 points for Price, who's hit 4 in a row from the line. Here's Coleman trying to move on Doherty.
Disadvantage out there to Doherty, I think. Oh, what a comeback release by C. Morris. Switch to the left hand, Spence.
And Mo's third basket cuts the net deficit back to 6 again with 2:28 left in the half.
There's that angle down screen and a lock in the lane. Nice job by Derek. That's a shame.
Yep, Doherty got it.
Heck of a pass.
21 points for Brad Doherty. Nets are down 8. Here's Morris against Elo. Nice move by Mo.
Nice shoulder fake baseline, froze Elo. They haven't hit their stride, I don't think, offensively. It's just defensively, the maneuvers, they're going to hang tough so that in the second half, the subtle changes can inspire them.
Price looked to try to get the contact there, didn't get it. Dudley gets it out over to Petrovic. Nets are running. Here's Mookie. He finds Coleman and just DC just couldn't grab.
Well, I think he should have waited just a little longer, huh? Great idea, unfortunately empty. 3.
It looks good. And Coleman has the rebound to Petro. Has Mookie on the right. Try to feed it off, and out of bounds it goes.
I think Dry should have shot it. He would have gotten the foul.
Yeah. But he saw
Good look.
Mookie and
Yeah, he
wanted to
did.
be unselfish.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, you'd rather convert, no question, but that lends to harmony.
Dudley cut the baseline off nicely. Got help from Petro. Rebound Coleman.
A late double, too.
Yeah.
Let him put it on the floor. Bill has the outside guy come down and double him.
Mookie's got Mo.
They're all illegal.
Mookie way off the mark. Morris, great rebound.
Yes!
And no foul. And Morris fights for it. And puts it in Price's hand. This is 4 against 2. Elo. It's back to 8, 65-57.
Great effort. Negated, huh? And Morris in the middle of all of that. The battle's holding draws.
Yeah. Here's Coleman with a great step-through move.
And Nance over to help. That was power.
Nets will get it back. There's a 5-second differential between the game and the 24-second clock.
Pick and roll, Spencer. You got a rebound. Morris way over. He's going to have to look to help.
Doherty out to pick, rolls off. Price takes it for 3. Oh, that's a killer. Mookie. Morris follows it home at the buzzer, and a beauty indeed.
Talk about messages going into the half. There are masculine slams. This rates up there with the best of them. The kiss, no. Send it in. Yes.
Great first half. Nets are down 7, 68-61. We'll take a break and get right back. Back here in Richfield, Ohio at halftime with the Cleveland Cavaliers leading the Nets 68-61. Want to remind you that playoff tickets for the first round are on sale right now. Tickets available for the first home game only by calling Ticketmaster at 201-507-8900 or 212-307-7171. You can purchase the tickets in person or at the arena box office. 68-61 here at the half. And let me tell you something. If you have a relative in from Lower Slobovia or something, never seen a basketball game before, and sat him down in front of the TV, they got to be enjoying this. This is just fun times out there on the floor.
You know what's terrific? The attention, too, of the club. There's no informality. They're all organized, thorough in their approach, and this is a very good offensive Cleveland team. So I think the whole halftime will be focusing on what they're doing in their half-court sets other than balancing the floor.
Okay.
And I think Bill's got some changes that he can throw at them.
Okay, what do they have to do to stop Price? 24 points, Doherty has 21. It's a team shooting 60% from the floor. And a lot of them are in gimmies, particularly Price from the outside.
He's very tough to keep away from the ball. You have to limit the amount of times he touches it. So you might see Mookie, after free throws, maybe denying him the basketball. If everybody's balanced, go up when he doesn't have it, don't let him get it back. That's one. The other is maybe double up on the pick and roll. Make him throw that pass immediately to Doherty and let him or Nance or Williams be the creator, not the kid, because he has been just dynamite. The other end of it is, have him use the dribble a lot more, and when he does pick it up, attack him so he can't find people. I mean, they're going to score when they're that good. It's just hoping that maybe a miss you finish by rebounding or creating a situation where they don't read things as readily.
Well, Lenny Wilkins made a move, took Stevie Kerr out, and put in John Battle. And Battle, while he has not completely stopped Petrovic, Drazen has 22 points. He has contained him, taking him a little bit out of the flow.
Well, also, Bill's changed the lineup a little. So guys earlier were really looking for Drazen, riding him, and eventually they did do a nice job, Cleveland. But I think also the Nets went to some other things. I don't think they've played as well as they're capable of yet. So I look for a very entertaining and even a closer finish in this game.
Well, an entertaining first half it has been, but from the Nets side, it is a negative right now. They're down 7, 68-61. We're going to take a break. When we get back, Bill will be talking with Willis Reed of the New Jersey Nets. Stick around.
Back at halftime, we got such a kick out of the half, we forgot this intro. Willis Reed, VP and GM of the New Jersey Nets, and this has to be a thrill for you because you've been there during the tough days, and now they're in the playoffs, and they are a team to be reckoned with. This is a terrific basketball team, the New Jersey Nets.
A young team that's got a bright future, that believes in themselves. We'll see what happens. I enjoy watching them play every night.
Will, the last couple of weeks, a lot of nonsense took place, but we're very close to this huddle right now. I have never seen them this focused. I mean, they are involved in what's being said and communicating with one another as well.
Well, I think they always communicated on the floor, whether it was the way you and I would have done it, but I think the thing about it, they've been in tough times because all these kids came out of good programs, been in real tough competition in college, and drives and played in tough competition all over. And I think that's one of the reasons I think they can come and play as young as they are and be as effective as they are.
This group, one of the earlier games against Cleveland, they didn't balance the floor real well. I think you were home watching this thing. Tonight they've done a nice job containing that end of it. The pick and roll seems to be the dilemma, at least in the first half.
Well, I think they'll change some strategy as the game goes on, do different things, give them different looks and see how they handle it. Because you can't do the same thing for the whole 48 minutes. I'm sure we'll do a little better job of that. We had a couple of easy plays that we've got to make those layups. We'll even be closer. But I'm satisfied for a young team, the first time ever in a playoff game on a home court where the crowd is tough, with a very good offensive team, that they're playing tough.
Will, you were on this bench here with New Jersey. You never had as deep a bench as they have now. You've just done a great job creating some depth for Bill Fitch.
Well, I think that's what you got to have in this league. Most people say you got 8 players. You got to play 10 players, and they got to be good enough to replace the guy that's the starter in case he can't play, he's hurt, in foul trouble. You can do that, then I think you got a chance every night to come and win. And you got to have big people that's agile.
our 4 spot, Derek and Mills, is fairly agile for his size.
You know, there's a center that's the GM of this Cleveland Cav team that you used to run against. He's a little bigger than you are right now, I might add, Wade.
And a little bit bigger. I don't want to make him angry, I guarantee you that.
But they got a great young player in Doherty, and you've got a great young player in Derek Coleman. His future, I mean, he could be as good as there ever was at that position, do you think?
I think so. I think the thing about Derek can go out and play minutes on the floor and don't necessarily have to score. Like he made a couple of excellent passes, and when you need him to score, I think he can score. And I think that gives him an advantage that a lot of big guys that play the 4 spot don't have, and he's an excellent rebounder.
Yeah, when you look at your team now, and you're limited during this draft, but there are 3 good point guards, and there's a situation up front. You may have to sign some guys. What do you think you'll address in the offseason?
Well, I think the most important thing, if we don't do anything in this team but bring these same players back next year and let them mature, we'll still be a better team than we are today. I think that's our number 1 priority. Whether we have another player added to this team, I'm not sure, but I like this team as it is, and we're going to be very slow to break it up.
Yeah, it is a young team, but it's a team that's very versatile, isn't it?
I agree with that, and that's what I like about the team. We have enough versatility. We'll be over the cap, so we're going to have to be very, very careful in what we do from this point on and make proper, good decisions.
Well, this has been fun for you, hasn't it? I mean, it's been a tough couple of years sitting back there and answering the scribes and watching the club struggle, but this may be the start of something pretty good.
Well, I said it's the basketball fun. It's fun, but the media is no fun.
If you were in that locker room now, what do you say to the guys playing Doherty? I mean, he's a tough kid to contain.
I think they're going to say, hey, Doherty by themselves is not going to beat them, and at some point they're going to do something else. So I think the game is going to be an exciting chess match between Bill and Lenny as they go down to the stretch.
You know, if I were in that locker room, I'd say, Willis, you go play Doherty.
That's right.
Well, thanks for dropping by. Congratulations to you. Good luck during the playoffs. We'll be back with more after these words.
Want to remind you that the New Jersey Nets will be home for their first playoff game this coming Tuesday, and you can get your tickets now and join the nonstop action of NBA playoffs. Tickets available for the first home game by calling Ticketmaster at 201-507-8900 or 212-307-7171, or you can purchase the tickets in person at the arena box office. We'll see you out at the Meadowlands come next Tuesday. Right here tonight, good ball game, 68-61. Cavaliers with a lead at the end of the first half, shooting 60% from the floor. Derek Coleman with a first half, 6 assists for Coleman. But the big story for the Nets offensively, Drazen Petrovic, and down the other end, the work of Doherty and Price.
Draz has been on fire, and I just think the line of Coleman's been extraordinary. You know, would you say 6 assists off the air to me, 7 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, solid work. And John Williams, a guy that this club is not used to controversy, the Cavs, and he was AWOL, mispractice, and they need to say why. He just said personal reasons, but they're not used to it. They felt it would upset them, whereas the Nets are used to all of those.
We've seen a few of these things this year, huh?
But I got a kick out of Will. I mean, he's excited, and you have to be when you watch this club. They've deepened the bench. They've reacted well. Bill's been able to push the right buttons. Guys have gone in and performed, and they're well rested. So now the subtle adjustments, which I'm looking forward to, as they address the offensive thrust of Price and Doherty. It took me a long while to get around to that.
Is that the question I asked you? Okay, I got to take notes from now on. But Petrovic in that first half with 10 of 13 from the floor, and they addressed it a bit by putting in John Battle, and Battle certainly made a bit of a difference at that point against Drazen Petrovic. The halftime score, the Cleveland Cavaliers leading it by a score of 68-61. Right now, you'll take a look at home at the Old Spice statistical scoreboard. As you see it, the Nets shooting almost 51%, the Cavaliers at about 59% from the floor. The leading scorers in the ball game, as we mentioned, Petrovic with 22, Bowie 12, Chris Morris with 10 for the Nets, only 2 in double figures for the Cavaliers, but they're both over 20, and we're only at halftime. Price with 24, Doherty with 21. Leading rebounders in the ball game, Coleman leads the Nets with 8, Doherty with 9 for the Cavaliers, and DC again with those half a dozen assists. So Coleman on his way perhaps to a triple-double. But most importantly for the Nets, the situation involved getting back in this ballgame. They trail at 68-61. We talked about Cleveland and their ability, and the Nets are a good shot blocking team, third in the league. Cavaliers lead the league, and in that first half, the Nets on a schneid as far as block shots are concerned. Zippo, Cavaliers with 7, and the man with who leads the way is Nance. No surprise with 3.
And the Nets are a good shot blocking team. I think the reason that they haven't blocked shots is the spacing. I mean, they stretch it out. They run that high pick and roll, so that when you go to address the dribbler, they slip past, and you're unable to get back in position. But the Nets around 7 block shots a game, not too bad, 7.5.
The thing is, as you say, though, Bill, the Cavaliers, the little guys aren't going to the hoop. From the outside, Price is burying from the outside.
Well, they're going,
but off the roll.
But you've got to come so far to block the shot, and now they pass to your man to finish, and you can't recover.
We're underway. Blaylock, Petrovic, the backcourt, Bowie, Coleman, and Morris up front for the Nets. Nets down 7 as we start the second half. Here's Coleman with that good move.
Did he turn his man? Nice call early on. Go power.
9 points for DC. And the Nets are down 5. Just underway here, second half. Nance, Doherty, Sanders.
I'm sorry, Spencer.
Bryce D'Lo, the backcourt.
They're trying to bring the big guy in low. Look at this guy.
Got to do something, help out. Price will go to the line to try and complete a 3-point play. He already has 26 points in the ballgame.
One of his advantages, there's Nance coming into your picture. Price, when picked up by the big guy, can beat him so easily with the bounce and the traditional 3-pointer.
And if he's going to get fouled when he hits a basket, the likelihood is he's going to complete that 3-point play. 95% from the free throw line. Here's Coleman. They're looking for DC against Nance, isolating him. He's made 1, looking for 2 in a row, and this could make a big difference in this ball game. Coleman going against Nance, challenging him.
And he's going to start questioning himself. I mean, Nance has been terrific against him during the season. Nice help here as Droz gets caught behind.
Doherty, nobody put a body on him. And Doherty put it home. Second chance.
That's a case of Sam trying to help out on the shooter, and now Doherty's got him pinned. Can't get back in checkout position.
Again, an 8-point lead for the Cavaliers. Coleman deflected out of bounds. It'll still be net ball.
15 seconds.
Be back here Saturday night, 8:30. Hope you'll join us. Here's Coleman, 4-3. Rebound, Mark Price.
Right on it.
That's for 3. Rebound Morris to Blaylock. Mookie has a step. Bowie on the follow.
Terrific, and no complaint from the Cav bench. How about Mookie did a Price number? Turned the shoulder, went to the goal.
73-67. 2 minutes into this third quarter. The Cavaliers by 2. Doherty, good foul by Sam. Grabbed him, didn't throw him to the ground, just grabbed onto him. Not a bad foul at all, indeed.
The giveaway, and that ball almost hit the tin. And Sam did a great job almost face guarding here. The giveaway, as you mentioned. Nice little play, though, back screen, and you're trying to regain your spot. No help out. Nobody there to help.
Well, a lot of records in that first half. Most points in the half. Cavaliers come up with 68 against the Nets. Price with 4 3-pointers, ties a record. Kevin Greavy held it. Price with 6 3-point attempts. Mike Dunleavy threw up 6 against the Nets back in 1984.
Nice screen here.
Petro. Gotta make them. Nance with a rebound. Doherty's open.
Now, Willis had some good points. A young team reacting this well. Tough shot. Wow. Didn't you think so?
Yeah, I did.
You know, they got a tough audience and responding nicely. Could use a little stop here, get themselves right back in it.
That's a hang it in, 75-69, but trading baskets right now. Doherty against Coleman. Morris helps out. Sanders.
Nice job rotating.
Rouse comes flying into the scorer's table, just a bit to our right.
And horrors, he almost took out the Star Ledger staff. Mike Weber under the table with Dan Garcia on top of him.
Price for 3. Oh. 30 points for Mark Price. Coleman, count it, and 1.
How about the poise? The pass down the floor before the defense is settled in. How about Price, though? Oh, I mean, is he a killer?
You know what impressed me on that one, Bill, is that he really wasn't straightened out. You know what I'm saying?
I do, but it doesn't matter when you're on fire like that.
I'll tell you. A little off balance. Got squared up, right? Really hurt him terribly, I'll tell you.
All the energy he expends, too. I mean, he does a lot of the screening and stepping out. Nice job by Chris. Good help here. Now a little more doubling up, Spencer, that subtle change.
Coleman, nice feed to Bowie. Sam in the follow, Sam again.
Staying with it. Running the floor, that's a key, I think. Bowie and Dudley have to run the floor, make Doherty go up and down.
Nets are within 4, 78-74, 8:10 left third quarter. Kerr, nice move, won't go, and out of bounds. It'll go over to the net, says Jake O'Donnell. John Williams back in the lineup now. Number 18 replaces Mike Sanders. Sanders really did not give
Are you saying he's a fake starter? Is that what
he's played real well for them since coming back. But tonight, not really a factor at all.
Not a bad sixth man either. Williams, huh?
That's right.
Little ISO. Trying to get it illegal. Here you go.
Got to drop it off to Morris, and Mo able to save it.
Got to shoot it.
3 on the 24. Mookie got it off. Oh, what a shot! A 2-pointer.
Bailing you out, and the bench, Spencer, up and at him, just sitting back down. Alley-oop.
And Nance couldn't put it home. That's with a chance to tie. Here's Drazen for 3. And the rebound, Doherty took it away from Morris. Stevie Kerr back now for the Cavaliers. Nance. And Bowie picks up the foul. A 7-0 run for the Nets to cut the deficit to 2.
Draws right on the money with that field goal. He knows it, got it halfway down, and Sam doing all he could do on this end. Just had to give it up.
Battle back in the lineup replaces Stevie Kerr. And here's Nance to shoot 2.
Exciting little run. They can be.
Yeah.
And we've seen them turn and have spurts, this Nets club.
Get up, Sam.
Nance misses 2. Nance just moments ago, remember, misses the jam on the alley-oop. Now misses 2 free throws.
Thought he got a little fancy with it. Catch it and finish it. He tried to turn the back.
It's 4 probables on the board, and instead it's a Zippo. Morris for the tie. Bowie fights for the rebound, and who got it? They say it belongs to the Cavaliers. Sam thought he was fouled, and the crowd thought that Sam fouled Doherty.
I think Sam got away with one.
Yeah.
He gave that little body underneath.
Yeah, we'll get a timeout. 6:56 left in the third quarter. We've got a good one. Cavaliers lead it by 2. Back here in Richfield, Ohio, the Nets have narrowed the deficit to 2. We'll check out the out-of-town Nobody Beats the Wiz NBA playoff scoreboard. Indiana leading the Celtics now in the second quarter, 38-36. Golden State plays at Seattle. That, of course, a later start. Second game of this series Saturday night here in Richfield before returning to the Meadowlands Tuesday and Thursday if necessary. Right here, the Nets on a good run. They've scored 7 in a row to cut the deficit to 78-76.
And what they've done, they've established their forwards in this run. Morris with the running one-handed. They've gotten him a little bit involved. Durrick, obviously, the power thrust. Draws being played a little bit better. Battling now to stifle him. But they've also done a better job doubling and paying attention to the offensive thrust of the Cavs.
Cleveland with the basketball. This is Nance. A 2-point lead. Doherty against Bowie.
Down to 5.
Battle checks the clock and have to do something quickly, and Petro picks up the foul. With 2 on the 24.
I know.
And the Nets are now in a situation with 6:33 remaining where they have 14 fouls.
See, that's the realization that you are getting help, and Draws had it. Durrick had been all the way over on that baseline.
Here's Price.
They'd string it out a little different now.
Doherty recognized the switch and rolled to the hoop and the foul. Mookie picks it up, and Doherty with the basket. He's got 27.
Did they give it to Mookie or Morris? I wasn't sure, both of them in there, but just good help by Chris here. And pretty good offensive ability, huh?
So Doherty with 28 points now. And that foul did go against Mookie, and the Cavaliers by 5. That's his third. Petro. Battle doing a good job on him. 9 on the 24. Battle with a block. Petro right back. And Price has the basketball. That's a big, big factor right there. Here's Williams on the drive, and Morris with the rebound. Not only because of the miss, but it takes an aspect of the next game away. What a feed. On the follow won't go. Doherty has it. And Doherty has it taken away, and we got a foul.
Why does there have to be a call on that play? Then why?
And the Nets are over the limit, which really hurts.
Good double up, a lot of aggressive basketball. Just because the ball pops loose, it doesn't have to be called. Well, they were up big after that follow, weren't they? Just couldn't put it down.
Here's Doherty to shoot 2. He certainly hasn't quieted down after that 21-point first half. He now has 29. After being within 2, suddenly the Nets again down 7, 83-76.
Nice call here to go inside again, get him established.
Count it, and 1. What power.
With the right hand. Oh, stepping through. He knows he's going back to the D with the left hand. A good call. This is one of their pet plays where they generally back screen Derek. He gets to the box. Now on the step through, watch the switching hands. Incredible.
And a chance to complete the 3-point play. And suddenly the Nets are back within 4. 17 points for Coleman, who has 10 of them here in this third quarter. Big step up.
Morris at a disadvantage, and they go right to it. Here's the double help by Coleman.
6 on the 24. Mookie with a steal. Coleman had to take it.
He wasn't sure there.
He looked for Petro.
Mook may have been able to eat that one up. That would have helped.
Battle won't go. Tipped out of bounds. It'll be net ball.
So now Derek got caught, but there's a case where Mook could have just held it.
Yeah.
You know, recognized the defense. But again, if he went left, he may have gone right to the hole too. You know, one of those deals.
83-79, Cleveland by 4. This is Bowie shooting over Nance. Petro tipped it back out, but it comes over to John Williams. Price to Nance. Nance with 8 points now. And Price with his 9th assist of the ball game. Bowie way off the mark. Doherty with the rebound. 4:20 left third quarter. Cavaliers by 6. Here's Battle. Nets need a timeout. Game for the Nets comes up next Tuesday at the Meadowlands Arena. Tickets available for that one by calling Ticketmaster at 201-507-8900 or 212-307-7171. You can purchase the tickets in person at the arena box office. We'll look forward to seeing you out there next Tuesday. I'll tell you, this is a great crowd. This is what the Nets need back home.
Well, they'll get it when they play like this. Now, that particular run, Derek gets the questionable shot when they could have backed it out. Then trying to establish Sam Bowie at that point when things were going well has cost them a little. That's the 6 points. and all of a sudden make it a spread. Not that Sam's wrong in doing it, but other things were working.
And the big one is get the ball to 44, and that's who Petro is looking for right now. Doherty with him.
And here's the double late. Doherty.
Yeah. And on Doherty, that's his third personal.
Now watch Mookie and/or Morris and/or Draws start to get open for jump shots if they try and double the big fella, number 4-4.
Here's Mookie.
Tough shot.
Not the one you really wanted there, but nice play by Bowie to save it. Petro. Oh, wow, Doherty. I'll tell you something. That's an all-star. That's a great player, boy.
That's a Tar Heel.
That's a Tar Heel.
That's what O'Corum would tell you. Now at Duke, they might get somebody else to go after. At least when Arco won't.
Oh, that's getting sloppy right here. They're down 8 with 3:33 remaining in the third quarter. Price, they let him go for a second. Coleman with the rebound. He has Morris on the left. He'll take it himself.
I just said they have a numbers advantage, and they're outrunning Doherty. That's what Sam has to do. Get up and down. Till he gets tired, and let Duds do it.
19 points for Coleman, 12 of them here in the third quarter. Nets within 6 with 3 minutes left. Yeah, it's good position against Morris. Battle takes it himself.
Oh, is he playing?
Yeah. And here is Mo. Just a little too cute. Gonna put it up and jam it home.
And the tough thing is he had Coleman right there.
Battle to Nance. Morris, great play. Able to save it. Nice one. Almost a dangerous save toward his own basket. Draws it 4-3. And Nance with the rebound. It's getting a little too quick here for the Nets.
You can't blame Draws, though.
No, that's
his, and all of a sudden he gets you right back at the door. That's 2 he's had at key junctures. Right on it.
He has got to score a point here in the second half after 22 in the first. This is Battle. Good position for Doherty, but he couldn't get the ball. It'll go over to the Nets.
Nice job. And Sam going to get a blow, too, which is a good juncture for him.
With 2:09 left in the quarter, Dudley will come in for him. Nance will leave. Elo back in the lineup now for the Cavaliers. Nets are within 6. We have 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
2 minutes, flashback 2 minutes, remaining third quarter.
Nice step through.
Dudley didn't get the roll, and it's pulled down by the Cavaliers, Craig Elo. Elo missed 19 games with a sprained ligament in his left knee. Mookie, what a steal, but just out of bounds.
Is that tantalizing? And I don't mean to get a little sun on you, right? Oh, he read that beautifully. The double went over the top.
Got 4 steals tonight. Williams. Nets are down 8 with a minute and a half left in the third quarter.
Showing a little fatigue right now, Spencer.
Got to close out this quarter on a positive note.
Yeah, they do. Now, this guy's been positive, I'll tell you that.
Coleman finds Morris. Oh, puts it home.
How about the feed?
Yeah.
Anything else you want, Mr. Coleman? Serve dinner?
The 7th assist of the ball game. He's got 19 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Battle got the step on Petro.
On the pass.
It doesn't matter. It's a 2-shot foul, though. It is on Petro.
Shooting 2.
Battle's been very active on the offensive end as well. And you mentioned shutting down Draws.
He's kept him off the board here in the second half.
A Jersey kid now.
Yep.
Residence in South Jersey, he was telling me.
Graduate of Rutgers, 91-83. Here's Petro looking for his first one of the second half, and he puts it home, 24.
Cleveland looked tired that trip. They didn't get ready, didn't try and pop out and defend him, didn't even try and help on Petro. Good job here if Mookie can deny. Well, they got this tough match.
Look at this. Doherty. And a break for the Nets as he missed it, and Coleman comes down with it. Leads the break to Morris!
Yes! On the money.
What a feed.
6-10. Do it all.
Nets are within 4 with 28 seconds left in this third quarter.
He's got some confidence, doesn't he? Make a pass like that directly down the middle.
Had to be perfect. Had to be perfect.
As Willis said, he could be one of the best, right?
But a 3-second differential in the game and time clock. There's the pick and roll once again. Doherty rolls up. Price 4-3. Tip back out. Elo has it. It won't go. And a break for the Nets at the buzzer as the third quarter comes to a close. Wait a second. There's 1.6 seconds remaining. The 24-second clock would expire. It's net basketball. And there may be more on the clock than that 1.6. There should be about 3 seconds on the clock, Bill.
The Nets should have the basketball. Then we call the violation before. They're going to give the Nets the ball, no violation.
They just stopped on the horn and the ball hit the ring.
So they won't change the time.
Okay.
1.6 seconds remaining.
Thing is, you don't want to throw it the length of. Oops, that's the problem. That will not count.
Tough to be walking away from it and then the pass. You're right. Got away with it. Not hanging very tough when they were in some difficulty. Fatigued, yet reaching back that extra to make a run. Pretty exciting place right now, isn't it?
Yep.
Nets on fire. The one that got both of us a little bit excited. Down the pipe with touch. Phil Simms, watch out. Jeff Hostetler, you never know. Coleman may take over the QB spot.
What a
Morris,
pass indeed, huh?
Sure was, and the rest relatively simple for Steve Morris.
Well, the Cavaliers had opened it up by 8, but the Nets close it to 4 as we head to the final quarter, and the big guy is still Price with 30, Doherty with 30. And the Nets have not found an answer to those two, but the Cavaliers did find an answer in that third quarter to Petrovic. He scored only 2, but Derek Coleman became the problem with 12 points in that quarter.
And folks, day in and day out, at home or on the road, you can always count on the great taste of Bud Light. It delivers every time. So ask for Bud Light, because everything else is just a light.
Derek Coleman will get a rest to start this fourth quarter as Terry Mills comes in. Mills, Morris, Dudley up front, Blaylock, Petrovic the backcourt, Battle and Price the backcourt for the Cavaliers with Doherty, Elo, and Williams. They go kind of small with actually 3 guards.
And we talked about Rich Latry, the conditioning coach. Petro played 23 in the first half. I don't think he'll come out. And the kind of shape he's in. Nice job on Mookie. Trailed all the way, caused a tougher pass.
Price trying to go to work. Oh, bad break for the Nets. Deflected at the last second by Morris. Price had already lost it. And instead it goes out of bounds off the net. 6 on the 24. Cleveland ball.
Can't quibble about presence defensively, though. Always be there.
At pace in the first half. Neither team able to keep it up here in the third quarter. 26-23. Nets outscored them. Nets have the basketball.
Another
good defensive
good
set. Huh?
Yep. And Draws all alone. He got fouled, too.
Didn't get the call. Elo has the rebound. Elo for 3. Doherty with the rebound and the foul on Dudley.
They got a technical on Dudley, too.
Just got to control his temper right here.
Yeah, it's emotional, and more so for him. He felt he got shoved, and he's correct. But you don't want to give them, when you're knocking at the door, this opportunity.
Becomes a 3-point play. Price hits the free throw on the technical, and now Doherty could increase the lead to 7. Steve Kerr back in the lineup replaces Price, so Price will get a rest. He will not be gone long. What a night for him. 31 points for Price.
Dynamite, huh?
So Doherty with his 32nd point of the ball game. Drazen. Got 3, wouldn't go. Dudley on the follow. Great hustle by the Nets, but they can't come up with the ball. Here's Steve Kerr. So the trailing Williams, who was clobbered by Mill.
They do turn into an offensive thrust quickly. And everybody on the baseline trying to harass. Kerr comes out with it. They address Doherty on the backside of Dudley. And here came Williams as the 4-man.
If nobody had ever coined the phrase before, that was a clothesline, folks. Right there. Williams with 10 points now. Nets have not come out strong enough in this fourth quarter. They were within 4. Instead, the Cavaliers on a run now. They've scored 5 in a row to open up a 9-point lead. That's their biggest lead of the ballgame. Still plenty of time, but Mookie loses it. What was the call? They got a call on Kerr.
He held Morris on the cut.
Oh, okay.
And what a break, as the turnover was out top.
Morris against D'Lo. The double team. Mo spins through. What a
How
move.
did he get all the way over there? If anybody else would have taken it on this side. Giant step for the Nets.
Big basket right there. The Nets are within 7.
Stops. Need stops. Dudley trying to harass so they don't have the easy passing lane.
Foul Morris. Doherty will go back to the line.
See the back screen on the foul line. It's a dilemma because if your back guy switches, it's the guard.
Okay.
So what you may have to do is when the ball is passed, run on the other side of the screen and give Doherty the top of the key jumper. Let him stay if he wants, yeah. Because then you might get an illegal D if you stay there too long.
Instead, this way, he winds up with a layup. And you foul him. He's got 33 points now.
Yeah, they've been a tough tandem, Price and Doherty. But you knew that coming in.
Yeah, that's a team playoff record for the Cavaliers. 34 points in a ball game.
Is this the Western Conference, by the way?
Morris trying to throw it up.
Should have passed it to Draws. Draws in the corner.
Here's Kerr. Battle. And Dudley with the rebound. 3 against 1. Mills to Morris. To Mills to Petro. Oh, nice.
Without it hitting the floor.
26 for Drazen. That's again within 7. 9:42 remaining. Again, as you said, Bill, it has come now down to the situation. Nets need stops. Stops.
Nice job by Mills beating Williams.
Stevie Kerr. Oh, Elo snuck through. Dudley with the rebound. That's 1 stop. Petro.
Individual, huh?
Yep.
And about a binger in the corner. Nice little run. And I'll tell you something, Spence. Bill Fitch, patient, didn't panic down 9, kept Durrick resting. He had played a lot of minutes, so experience on the bench showing a little bit there. Nice little run to get back in this.
Well, tomorrow at 7:30, Howard Johnson, Bobby Bonilla, and the Mets travel to Philadelphia to tangle with the Phillies. The Mets and the Phillies tomorrow night at 7:30. Mets on deck at 7:15. Live and exclusive on Sports Channel. You know, Bill, as we were talking before the game, 84 more free throws taken by the Cavaliers in the 4 games. And take a look at the numbers tonight. 31 for Cleveland to 12 for the Nets. Almost 20. And we still got a long way to go.
And a lot of it is off that dribble by the little guys, huh, to get you out of sync and disorganized.
Nets have cut it to 5, though. 98-93. This is Kerr.
And they go for the mismatch. Morris on the switch to Doherty.
What a big night for Doherty it has been thus far.
Tough.
He's got 36 points in this ball game, and we got a long way to go. 8:45 remaining.
Chris Morris looking for the double up.
This is Mills. Kicked out of bounds. Tough pass.
Good play by Kerr, too. Got his hands in there. Got to get shots. Nine up on turnovers, huh? Pretty clean game.
Once again, they get it to the guy who's been doing the job for him. Doherty against Dudley. Petro with the rebound. Nets are down 7, 8:13 remaining. Morris, tough shot. Won't go. Dudley battles and wins.
Taking some questionable quickies now. Get some good ones.
That's a questionable quickie, too. Nance on the rebound. Plenty of time. 7:50 remaining. Nets are down 7. Coleman gets the word. He'll be going back in. And so will Tate George. Doherty with 5 on the 24. Battle with 3 on the 24. Offensive foul, John Battle.
They have made some great defensive sets. The double, then the hop back to position by Mookie. And now Bill goes bigger. Think about this. Goes bigger all around. That guard.
With Tate George.
Tate and Mills up front to match their front line.
Here's Petro. Got the shot. And that's his.
But Battle just relaxed and draws nice timing and footwork.
30 points for Petrovic, 100-95. The Cavaliers by 5. 7:15 remain. Battle and Petro in a bit of a shoving match. This is Nance. Williams. 13 points for Big John.
Looking to double up on draws now. No hurry. Draws with the same kind of play. Boise getting the puppies set.
And they go to the line to shoot, too. Battle on the foul. I'll tell you, I hope we see it again because I didn't see him even.
Well, if he did anything, he may have just clipped it. It's so far from us. Lenny Wilkins not real happy. He's right on top of it.
Price back in for Battle.
Guess who's back, right?
Well, this could be a break for the Nets, too. I'd rather see, well, Price will kill you on one end, but the job Battle's done on Petrovic has been really tough, but apparently Battle's getting a little tired.
And Tate also, when they need a goal, can take his guy down low, if it is Price.
Yep. 31 for Drazen. That's again within 5.
Whew. What shape he has to be in. And they're all calling the plays. They are alive. They switched that back screen on the foul line this time.
And George has to go against Doherty, so Price takes it. 33 points for Mark Price. Coleman posting up against Williams. Tate George.
Different guy.
Yep.
That's who they gambled on. He can make it.
Certainly has improved his outside shooting. 104-99 Cleveland. 6:10 remaining.
They got draws on the grab on Kerr. He told Jake it was a good call.
Good call, Jake. Well, Petro has picked up his 4th personal.
Here's the guy that just uses bumps.
Kerr for 3. Good rebound. Underneath, Nance will pick up the foul over the back of Terry Mills.
You know what that foul was? He didn't want to run back. He was tired.
Okay,
that's a way of stopping the clock.
13th foul against the Cavaliers. That's half 4. Let's get beat again on the free throw line tonight by this Cleveland team.
They go to power.
Drazen, 4-3. A rimmer, rebound Nance.
3 of them he's had at different intervals. Yeah, right on the 10.
I would have cut it to 2. Instead, it is still a 5-point Cleveland lead. Petro in the ball game, 14 of 25. Price lost it. Dudley got it out over to Petrovic. 4 against 2. Tate George takes the middle. Tate to Mills. Tough shot. Mills again won't go. Petro on the follow, but Mills will go to the line to shoot.
One heart, Spencer. I mean, he came up with a tough shot. The selection questionable, but the effort after it, extraordinary.
4 against 2. Mills all of a sudden had the ball and said, gee, what I got to do? I got to put it up.
But also, you've got Williams, Nance, all around. You got to become creative.
Now here's where the Nets have to hit their free throws at this stage of the ball game. They are down 5. The Cavaliers tonight are 25 of 31 from the line. The Nets are 11 of 14.
And Tate gave him that Michigan kick. You know how the Michigan University kids kick one another in the backside?
104-100. Cleveland by 4. 5:05 remains. Coleman up against John Williams.
Nice job by Draws. Takes
Dudley with a rebound off the Kerr miss, and here's Coleman for the Nets.
Fought himself over the top.
Still 13 left on the 24-second clock. It's net basketball.
He gets it that far out and starts. It takes a lot of time. See if he can get himself back in deep.
Drazen drove the baseline, shot deflected. Mills goes for it. Price goes for it. Out of bounds it goes, and it'll go over to the Cavaliers. Well, we're about 80 feet away, so it's tough to comment on that call.
George banging Price on each pick, hoping beware of it. Look at them stacked up inside.
They forced Doherty out. Coleman against him. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. He's taken up residence at the free throw line. He's already 12 for 13 from the line tonight. Bowie back in, replaces Chris Dudley. Dud's got himself 8 rebounds while he was in there.
He gives it the best shot possible. Now Sam can give him a lift defensively, shot blocking, and maybe he can get it lit a little bit. You know, with Durrick down on the post, don't forget, Sam moves out and finds people. So that might be some creativity on the offensive end.
Doherty is a 77% free throw shooter. Now 14 of 15 from the line tonight. And as a Cleveland Cavalier, playoff record high 38 points. Wow. 4 minutes remaining. Drazen will get a second chance.
Don't leave him. How could they leave the ball?
34 for Petro.
A lapse. Somewhat tired. They didn't go after the rebound. Draws ever present.
3:45 remains. Nets are in this one. Down 4. This is Doherty against Bowie. Price for 3. Knocked out of bounds by Nance. It'll be net basketball. 106-102 Cleveland. 3:29 remains in the ball game. St. George will set the offense here. Coleman. DC puts it home. 21 for Coleman. The Nets are within 2. 106-104. And a timeout, Cleveland. That's a battle back. They're in this one. We have 3:05 remaining with the Cavaliers leading 106-104.
And a lot of people will be looking forward. Now, as a net, you've got to think all the things they love. Pick and roll is one. They like that little post-screening action. They like motion with back screens. You've got to be ready for all the calls.
That's a battle back from 9 down here in the second half to close within 2. Williams has it, and the foul goes against Mill.
Good effort. The body there. Durrick first with great denial. And T. Mills, while they got their hair cut together, they support one another together. And you see the lower whack, but nothing easy.
So here's Williams, 75% free throw shooter. Tonight he's missed 2. Comes up with a big one right there. 14 points for Williams. Cavaliers lead 107-104. John Battle back in. Replaces Steve Kerr. They want Battle back in for the defensive work against Petrovic.
And Mills with the 5.
John Williams hits the clutch free throws. 15 points for John Williams. 2:50 remains in the ball game. Cavaliers by 4. Mills counted and one. Wow!
What a bailout pass. Bada bada binga. And the hang time by T. Mills, huh?
Hang time, okay.
Oh, right here, look at this bailout. Well, you can bada bing on this one, Draz. Linger a little with the kiss.
And Williams with the foul. Mills can cut the deficit to 1. He does. 6 points for Terry Mills. 108-107 Cleveland. 2:35 remains in the ball game. This is Price. Daugherty able to save it, throws it away. Nets have the ball and a chance to take the lead.
Nice play by Tate. He had bounced and gave it to Mills, so he didn't re-dribble. A lot of people would have re-dribbled. Little slice cut to the box.
Looking for Drazen. They found him. The 10 on the 24, 7 on the 24 now. Petro wings it out to Mills with 3 on the 24. Mills to Petro, and it's good! He got it off in time! Whoa! Mills found him, and the Nets take the lead with 1:55 remaining.
Well, you need magic.
Price. B4. Tate George picks up the foul.
Now mark these two down
Well,
for Price.
Well, they'll be up 1 now.
He
right?
can turn that corner, get the shoulder, but that was one of the great plays. And Mookie getting up fresh now to contain Price.
The 9-2 net run. Price just automatic from the line.
Nice job by Tate George, too.
Certainly was. Helped get the Nets back in it.
Hey, all the guys, again, they're used to doing it all year long.
Well, Price hits the 2 free throws. He's got 35. The Cavaliers lead 110-109. 1:48 remains. Looking for Coleman. Can't find him. Petro got the shot off.
Wow. What strength to use that bump to right himself.
38 for Petro, and the Nets lead it by 1 with 1:35 remaining in the ball game.
Should be something for Daugherty, my guess. Nice job by Sam.
10 on the 24, battle. Got around Petro. Mills with a block. And the foul will go against Coleman. It'll send Daugherty back to the line to shoot 2.
Great reaction inside. Unfortunately, Daugherty doing what all big guys should do. Plowing inside to get position. And Durrick coming over to assist, got his hand in there.
Here's Daugherty, 38 points already. A chance to put his team back out in front. We're tied. What a ball game for Brad Daugherty tonight. What a great ball game this has been. Cavaliers lead by 1. 40 for Daugherty. 1:12 remaining. 112-111. Cleveland by 1.
Daugherty doing a good job pushing. Look at the 3 again.
For 3 off the rim. Bowie fights for the rebound. It'll go over to Cleveland.
I think
1 minute remains.
Sam.
We got a foul.
Yep.
1 minute remains. Cleveland 112. The Nets 111. And John Williams back to the line to shoot 2. Cavaliers just marvelous from the free throw line tonight. 33 for 39. Here is Williams. Big free throws here. They're automatic. 2-point Cavalier lead. Nets will call a timeout. 1 minute remains in the ball game. The Cavaliers 114, the Nets 111. The net bench has been up quite a bit tonight, a little subdued now. They're down 3. The difference in this game, the foul line, 17-4. The Cavaliers in this fourth quarter. 20-second timeout called by Mill. Cavaliers are 17 for 17 from the free throw line in this fourth quarter. Well, that's a 4 for 5.
You started the game addressing that dilemma. They have good isolation. They make you switch, create that mismatch situation, the ability to penetrate. But right here, you're talking a number of trips. So the Nets only have to get the deuce. You're not thinking 3,
right.
Unless it's inside out and Draws has got the feet set. He's had a couple of over 4, but they're all right on the tin and backbreakers. The important thing is getting in quick screens and get free.
Knocked away by Williams. For 3, Mookie with an in and outer, and that could be it. Battle with the rebound. And a 20-second timeout called by the Cavaliers. The opportunity was there for the Nets. They had the ball down 3, and the turnover, the alert play of Big John Williams makes it a 5-point ball game, and Cleveland has the ball back.
You sometimes
a 6-0 run for the Cavaliers.
You sometimes only get one chance to inbound. Mookie made a sideline cut. That may have been the only opening. The next one to Sam, and the foot speed and quickness of that guy got it to 5.
Again, it's 2 trips the Nets need.
Well, what a break if that went out of bounds. They didn't need that.
Now the Cavaliers will try and kill it and give it to this man. So we'll get the foul before, and Battle will go to the line. If it ends this way, a tough defeat for the Nets. The positive side, you can look at this and say, hey, we had these guys. We had them. An opportunity to win a ball game on the road against Cleveland.
I don't think these kids have it proven to them that they were that good. They've got some confidence, this club.
Yeah.
It's disheartening in the sense that you did give a great second half effort and came up short, but it should stand them in good stead. Collectively, they've got to analyze this thing and take the approach on Saturday. You know, with 34 left now, there's still some chance. You got to think 3, obviously, but putting that aside, as we'll address that in a moment, this is something where, hey, you know, we got to do a few things better, and we can walk out of this building, sort of speaking for the team now, with the win. But the Nets, with the 3-pointers now, a lot of them come off the back screen, the post in the corner, but the dribble penetration is really somewhat the easiest way, where you drive, and they look to pinch and you kick it back.
You know, the interesting thing, we talk about the free throw shooting. The Nets have 12 more field goals than the Cavaliers in this game. That's wild, isn't it? But yet the free throws have killed them. 19 for 19 in the fourth quarter for Cleveland. The Nets have hit 4 of 5. Overall in the game, the Nets are 13 for 17. The Cavaliers are 37 of 43. It's a difference of 26 free throw attempts in the ballgame.
Not much you can do, because you can't question many of the calls at all.
No, I'm not questioning the calls at all. The officials have done a good job tonight. It's just they do all that picking, all that screening, and they wind up with a lot of layups. You wind up with double teams, and suddenly you've got to hack somebody to keep them getting the easy deuce.
Well, the big thing with this club now is, as they do score, what they do. Pressure, try and create a quick turnover, or give the foul right away, and walk the other end, lengthen the game as much as they can. But so many things that Cleveland does well, that their spacing is probably the best of all. Where that you're always running full tilt to assist, therefore your momentum creates a foul or a turning in another direction by the offense, and your other support is there, unfortunately, frequently late.
Very rarely do you see a Cavalier throw a pass to a teammate who's 2 feet away.
No, oh no.
I mean, they're spaced out beautifully.
And Mo is a guy that can shoot the 3.
Well, that's from the next county, that one. And Williams with the rebound. Cavaliers are going to win the opening game of this best of 5. Bowie picks up the foul. Battle will go back to the line to shoot two. And the Nets will have to wait for Saturday to try and take away the home court advantage from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, David Stern, judging by this series, you should have a couple of months that you'll enjoy.
Battle's been perfect from the line here in the second half. 5 in a row, make it 6 in a row. And this one, if you pick up the newspaper tomorrow, say, oh, the Nets got beat by 9. Let me tell you, this was not a 9-point ball game. Well, that's the way it looks like it's going to finish. We're going to foul.
I think Battle.
Yeah.
He's on number 10, John Battle.
A 10-0 run by the Cavaliers here in the final stages. Petrovic back to the line. Drazen with 38 points now. That ties the all-time net playoff record. Super John Williamson was up in Connecticut, held it, and now Drazen with his 39.
And John loves the Nets. Comes to a lot of the games and been in good health from what everybody tells us.
Look good. We saw him at Footer's Party last week. 40 points for Petro, but it's not going to be enough. Cavaliers are going to win this one. Doherty and Price just too much tonight.
They shouldn't shoot it just for...
and that'll be it.
A lot of class, as you would expect from the Lenny Wilkins Club.
Tough loss for the Nets, who play tough indeed. But down the stretch, the Cavaliers with a 10-2 run to close it out. And Cleveland wins it. The final score, the Cavaliers 120, the Nets 113. Bill and I will be back to wrap things up right after this. Heck of a basketball game here in Richfield, Ohio. Tough loss for the Nets as the Cleveland Cavaliers win the opener of this best of 5 from the Nets by a score of 120 to 113. And a big night for the Cavaliers, a big night for Brad Daugherty, a big night for Mark Price, a great night for Drazen Petrovic. But down the stretch, the Cavaliers with that 10-2 run to close it out after the Nets had grabbed the lead, and Cleveland wins.
And experience, too. I mean, something we didn't mention too much because during the course of the day, we're saying, how will the Nets react? They reacted beautifully. Very confident crowd, as we've seen during the course of the year. But picking them apart takes experience, and I think that's what our two guys did particularly well, Brad Daugherty and, of course, Mark Price.
And 19 for 19 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter for the Cavaliers. Certainly a big difference and a big factor in the ballgame. A tough game for the Nets to lose, but again, their first playoff game together. This is a very experienced playoff team. The Nets will get an opportunity on Saturday night to regroup and perhaps come back.
And some guys played so solid. I mean, just think of Derek Coleman almost monopolizing on offense exactly whatever he wanted to do. He took advantage. I mean, that's a nice thing to know going into the next game, but you've got to build, and hopefully they will in the next day and a half, get themselves back in it mentally, because it does take a little back step after you've played so well and lose it, and then address some of the situations that the mismatches that the Cavs took advantage of.
Well, you could flip a coin to come up with our Budweiser player of the game. If the Nets won it, it would have been Drazen Petrovic with 40 points. Daugherty had 40. The guy who really set the tone of the game, though, I feel, in the early going, was Mark Price with those 4 3-pointers in the first half. Had 24 points, winds up with 35. He's our Budweiser player of the game.
And automatic when he goes to that free throw line,
unbelievable.
Isn't he? Whether it was passing to the post or using the bumps and turning the corner or shooting the threes, that was the guy that got them in pretty good shape during the course of this game.
Well, a 10-2 run for the Cavaliers down the stretch after the Nets led it 111 to 110 with 1:38 remaining. Cleveland really turned on the juice, and again, it was just those pick and rolls and the easy shots, no baskets, but Daugherty to the line, Price to the line, and that was the difference. We do have an out-of-town score we'll give you in the NBA playoffs up in Boston, or that's not up in Boston where we are right now, but in Boston tonight. The Celtics 79, Indiana 78. That is a third quarter score, but a tough one for the Nets. They'll have to regroup once again.
Yeah, they sure, and you know, Bill's been through it before. I mean, he's got to feel awfully good about this club.
So that's going to do it from the Richfield Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio. The final score once again, the Cleveland Cavaliers 120 and the New Jersey, we're on camera, that's 113. We're going to say goodnight now, folks. 120 to 113, the final score. We thought we were saying goodnight. Remember, tomorrow at 7:30 Sports Channel, the New York Mets slug it out with the Philadelphia Phillies. The Nets are back on Sports Channel. We'll be with you Saturday night at 8:30 for the second game of the series against the Cavs. Now, Sports Channel America at 7:30, the Devils will battle the Rangers in Game 4 of the Patrick Division semifinal. So until Saturday night, for Bill Raftery, Spencer Ross saying so long, and thanks for watching Nets basketball on Sports Channel. Again, the final score, the Cavaliers 120 and the Nets 113. Stay tuned for Rangers Devils hockey, joined in progress. Good night, everybody.